इसी में ओम शांति। Bab Dada, in the morning when we do collective drill, keep asking us to be in bodiless stage. This is the time that we have to connect our intellect with our home, sweet home. So in bodiless stage, I see myself as a point of light. I am a peaceful soul. Completed the cycle of 84 births. Drama is coming to an end. We all have to return home. And then emerge the sanskars of golden age. So now, looking at awake Bapdada, get merged in Baba as one who is ocean of peace. Receive current from Baba. And through Baba's drishti, come to experience your eternal form of purity, of love, of peace. Let us take drishti from Baba.
Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome. Good evening. Start our series Personality of Purity, a life of virtues and powers. Today is day 7. Let's hear from Didi now.
Om Shanti. Drama is teaching us many things, right? We have to learn different days. I had been thinking that how we are still in the kingdom of Maya. And one thing Maya doesn't tolerate when Brahmins are together and they want to progress. She will create some obstacles or other. But we are Baba's children who are victorious. So we always find some way or other. So today you have to see me as awake because you cannot see me in physical. But I was thinking that it has to happen where the source is, no? This is the main place we are hosting. But nature, drama, so different scenes of drama. Today we had been given the practice to go in Baba's room and remind oneself that I am a peaceful soul. And I think, well, it was one thing is to go to Baba's room always is very good. But whole day, at least for me, I had been thinking about peace. And actually, in one of the Murli many years ago, Baba used to say there are two types of Shanti. One is of Paramdham, another of Golden Age. So I had been reflecting on that and experiencing that the Shanti, which could also be called silence of Paramdham, because there you do not have mind and intellect in Paramdham. So it's really silence. And but that silence also brings a lot of inner peace, isn't it? And in Golden Age, we will have peace. Mind will be peaceful. Intellect will be peaceful. So we have to look into both now. Peace or Shanti in Paramdham. So how do we keep practicing that? And then on the other side, also in Golden Age, mind is peaceful. And now we are at confluence age. So at confluence age from here, we will first go to Paramdham, our home. So while in body, going beyond the body and come to our eternal self, because it's the eternal self who is in Paramdham. Original self is actually in Golden Age. So eternal self is where I remind myself of especially three qualities. And from there, create that energy, create that power, atmosphere, vibrations. And those three qualities are purity, love, and peace. So Baba had been actually giving us this 5-form drill for quite a long time. And now it will be useful because there will be lot of calamities from nature, many things from the nature. But also science, technology, everything is being overused. So how long it will give us still that source where we can connect and we can talk. So you will find that what we will need now to keep increasing our power of purity, power of love, so that our communication mm, still continues in some way or other. And for that, we have to also have what I call as intellect has also to be silent. Because it's only when intellect is not engaged, whenever necessary, yes, but we are so much used to using mind, using intellect. Mm. So, how do we practice? Mm. So, I know that I always remember Dadi Gurja, two qualities hers. Because one is intellect when concentration is required, power to discern is required. One is that it keeps working. What will happen? How will it happen? It might be like this. It might be like this. Intellect also quite engaged. So today I had been really thinking little bit on how to keep my intellect, Baba said, no, free and very subtle. So from time to time, we should really pay attention to our intellect, pay attention to mind, but also pay attention to intellect. So when you pay attention to the intellect, then I think you will realize that, the clarity, power to catch, subtlety of intellect. So all that definitely will increase. So think more and reflect on how do we increase the silence of intellect. And it's very, very good because it's like, intellect also absorbs so many things. But if I pay attention to power of silence by creating my eternal state or bodiless state very often during day, then we will find that we are able to have a very, very, there are two things we say: quietness of mind and stillness of the mind. Some minds are very quiet, like Dadi Gulzar's mind. And I will ask her, what you thinking? She says, no, I'm remembering Baba. And that stage is called a sochta. And Dari Janki always used two words, asochata and abhokta. Because through our thoughts also, many experiences come, happiness comes, or sometimes suddenly uncertainty might appear. Sometimes, whatever little things can keep appearing in the mind. So how do I attain this stage of asochata and also beyond, you have always to do something or other. So how mind remains quiet or remembrance of Baba. So this practice of peace or silence of home is very, very sweet one. Sometimes Baba said that silence. Sometimes Baba says sweet silence. Like you really feel kind of very satisfied and very happy and very cool inside. So how to experience this more and more silence of intellect and mind so that whatever is happening in the world around you, you are not affected, but you are taking more and more from Baba. So when I see today's scene and I say, oh wow, it's a powerful signal from Baba that every day, whatever you can take from Baba, be with family, do it because you don't know how long, right? Because our plans are different and Rama has his own plan. But we are very determined that we have to continue we have to continue with our efforts, with our churning. So in golden age, peace of mind, mm, happiness. But what about confluence age? How to keep, we know how to keep our mind happy, how to have contentment. But what is a peaceful mind? I know that once Baba had taught us to apply 3 dots. It's very, very interesting though, when you have to apply 3 dots. Oh, Shanti. Is the determination, willpower. Baba is looking at us and say, uh, will children continue what children will do? So consistent effort, determination definitely helps, right? So are you all peaceful? Yeah, you peaceful? Because whenever there is the need, that means the situations are adverse, you have to invoke vibrations of peace and determination. No, that's not the time that we give up. Sister Bhumika tells me that their team slogan is never give up, right? So that's what the sisters here have been doing, trying, and finally it's working. We are able to see each other. But as I was saying, that these are signals. So whenever there are challenges, right, that's the time we need to use the power which we have accumulated. That means if I had been peaceful in the situation, circumstances, when there is lot of turmoil, lot of chaos, lot of difference. I remember that once I was at Delhi airport, came out of flight. Those days I used to travel alone. So the luggage hadn't come. So you know that when people are there, how impatient they get. What's going on? And they were shouting and getting upset. So I thought, how will this help anyway? So there were a lot of chairs. I just went and sat on one of the chairs. So one of the Air India officer came. He said, "You sitting so peacefully here. Look at others." So I said, "Well, if I am not peaceful, it's not by getting upset. Luggage will come early, but also I am giving vibrations that the things are not working. It should start working." And he was so happy. Then he called other officers and said, "Look at this lady. She's sitting so." They didn't know, like, who am I? And later on, they came to know. So whenever there is adverse situation, you just keep giving vibrations. I know Dadi Gulzar, especially, of course, Dadi Janki too. We used to travel a lot together. So whenever, like, I have to go something, she said, "Can I also come?" Of course, she will go for programs, and she will sit in a corner very quiet, and I will take care of this. Even sometimes to travel agent, to embassy. But she said, instead of me sitting at home, let's go together. And then I realized that I thought that they don't know. They don't know what's the situation, so they are so quiet. But now I realize they were not quiet. They were quiet, like not getting involved. But internally, they were giving a lot of vibrations. And whatever I'm doing, I should be able to do. In Mansa Seva, we're not thinking of people who are far, but every moment, whatever Baba's task is going on, Recently, someone who had been coordinator of center for about 12 years or so, now her body is old, and so we felt, and the center coordinator also felt that at this time it's good if she doesn't actively get into actions and because of her health. So I said, now you can do bigger job. And that job is that they are doing actions, they will coordinate, they will work, but you give Sakash. And secondly, now you can become a consultant. It's a higher position. With me, I always make it like that for myself. Instead of feeling bad, I can't do this. I used to be so active. I could do this. I used to run around. I don't think that way. Okay, that was the time. Now we have angels around and they fly, run, do everything. But what I do, whatever they are doing, they can come to me and consult, plus give lot of sakash, so that whatever they're doing get accomplished. It's a very different kind of service. That means whatever powers we are accumulating, hmm, power of love, power of peace, purity, happiness, all these powers now increases your capacity into your current. That means you have few thoughts of giving, but because there is lot of accumulation of power, they are strong. They work in a different way. So instead of getting restless, rather you say, this is the time I have to be very peaceful. And some might, people want to know if you are in the Lokik world, but amongst ourselves we understand now. And that's what I think that the Gulzar used to do. I am dealing with a situation and she is just very quiet and so peace, not when you are in peaceful atmosphere. That's right. Take advantage. But when you are in adverse and challenging situation, if someone is very, very peaceful and talking to me, yes, of course I'm peaceful. But someone is impatient and irritated and keeps saying things, right? So what you do at that time? You don't get upset, but you say this soul needs Sakai. Because every child of Baba is valuable. Every child of Baba is an angel. Every child of Baba is an instrument. And they are doing Baba's task. So what I have to do? I have to now give Sakash of peace, love. So that current and the vibrations and the energy helps these souls to not only move forward, but Baba's task, Baba's yagya continues. Today I was thinking, Dadi Prakash Mani, no, of course Baba, but so many years until now, one thing I say, what kind of energy there in Madhuban? Every morning when you go for tea at 4, can anyone tell me that you didn't get tea one morning, single morning? Anyone can raise hand and say, oh, I went, there was no tea. How can 80 years in Yagya, Amrit Vela, before Amrit Vela, I don't know how many of you think that way. What kind of energy was there that for 80 plus years, every morning at 4, tea is there? And they're not machines, right? Tea is not from machine. Brothers make it. So what is making them function like this when there are 100,000, so many, 30,000, 40,000, and they had food for whole day. And Baba's children are cooking day and night, feeding with lot of love. What energy is that? That's called that, of course, is Baba, but Dadi Prakashmani, then Dadi Janki, or any instruments. But even Baba's love, it's the love that everything goes on smoothly. I never saw that Bhog is 10 minutes late. If it's 7 o'clock, I always say in Pandavaman exactly. So punctual, so regular, so consistent. So that's called when there is energy of love, of peace, of purity, that everything functions in a very, very beautiful way. And that is why, of course, I always say it's a family organization. It's a our organization. It's not someone else. No one wants to profit. Nobody is there after anything. Everyone wants to serve. Everyone wants to volunteer whatever way they can. And these days, recently, I had a talk. Two, three brothers, sisters were saying, Sister Mohini, we are very, very happy. They say because one is we doing lot of tapasya, lot of yoga. Generally, they are busy with groups come and feed them, and secondly, they were saying because there are no servants now, no sevadharis, no, because of lockdown. So they have to do everything, right? They have to clean. They send us some photograph that how brothers are cleaning. Before they had servants, then they had sevadaris. They have to wash their clothes. They are cooking in turns. They say we are cooking very simple now. No, because as much you cook, that many pots will be there to wash, right? They have to do that also. But they are saying it's so peaceful. Uh, One sister was saying, whole Shandivan is so peaceful. It's like golden age or Paramdham, whatever you call. And because everyone is doing tapasya, from Baba's room, they start at 2:45, and they do lot of yoga bhattis. Uh, There are 700, so divided into 100. They form 6 groups, and I was able to participate in one. It was very, very beautiful energy. So they are following social distancing. They are wearing masks, but it's beautiful. So really, this is something like subtle powers of our virtues. Purity is a very subtle power. Peace also is a very subtle power. So how, whenever, whatever situations are there, Baba's children are happy because one thing we all have is that internally we still have our aim, what we have to become, and also what way we have to serve. So that sister who I told her that now you don't have to be physically doing, you do yoga when others are doing things, and also they will need your advice because you have so much experience. And she was very, very happy. So never in life feel that what more, how will I do, but accumulate powers. I got the time now. Maybe later on I won't have that much. Let me accumulate more peace, more power, more love, remembrance of Baba. For me, one of the biggest help I experience is Baba's remembrance. Hmm. Because if I don't know what to do, still remember Baba, he will tell. If I have to do something, I want to be successful, let me remember Baba. It's all purpose, no? For all the purpose. Hmm. So one time, like I said, okay, many times in the morning, when Baba had talked about three dots, so I put one soul consciousness. Then Baba as a point, connect, then drama as full stop. It's very beautiful experience. So whatever Baba is telling us in Murli, Sakar Murli are aware, as much we implement, and try to keep your intellect and mind free from any conflict inner, deeply within. As much you keep your mind, you will find that energy of peace. Because harmony is and peace are together. When there is harmony, there is peace. But inner harmony of my mind, own mind and intellect is very important. Harmony is like inner kind of uh, quietness. Because main conflict is between my mind and intellect, right? They keep chatting, yes, no, this, that, right? They keep talking inside, right? But from time to time, to have quiet mind, a very still intellect, and tell both of them, mind and intellect, stay in harmony. Don't have to argue. Most arguments are inside, right? No, stay in harmony. Be quiet. Have quiet mind. And really, what I'm saying that why we all are happy because we know what we have to do inside. Not only for our stage, but then vibrations for yajna tasks, for other souls, those who need that help on their journey, right? So because we have a lot of inner work to do, that is why we are happy. Whatever are the situations. One sister said when I learned about soul consciousness and Baba's remembrance, before I will sit on the train station and train is not coming, I start cursing the top authority to the bottom. And now I remember Baba, I'm in soul consciousness and train comes. Because before for our waiting for train was a big thing. And now it is okay, I can do my work. So this inner work which Baba has given us, right? So at the right time, what I have to do for peace, for harmony, for love, Baba's remembrance, and that definitely is the accumulation of powers. So that's what the peace is about. And it's not a defeat. If I am peaceful, it's not, no, it's a power. I always, when I came to New York in 1968, 67 or 68, was not very good where we were. Because at that time there was a lot of violence. So people, those who knew us say, we were only two sisters. How will you be safe? So you can all have a dog or you can have gun. I said, no, we can't. No dog, no gun, because Dadi Prakashmani always said, for peace, you have to work with peace, in peace. And I kept that slogan. And honestly, until now, for so many years, we are always safe because our vibrations, our practice, and the power keeps us very, very protected. Mm. So it's something very simple, but something which is most needed at this time. Mm. Even you can talk to nature when nature is like, but you will remain protected. Mm. So peace of Paramdham, peace of Golden Age, and being peaceful at conferences. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti and welcome to a Vyakti Journey.
All our lovely souls of Avyakti Parivar, let's see our scores from yesterday. %68%. Congratulations and many good wishes to all our special angels.
Now, let's do the Zoom polling and check our progress.
Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to a Vyakti Journey. So just now we saw the score from yesterday. So congratulations, and I'm sure today everyone had a good time doing our practice for peace. So are you all ready to do our chart? Okay. So today is day 23. And here you go. So our first question, daily Brahmin routine. Baba says, children, do not waste time. Let me ask myself, did I waste my time today? So there are three options. No, I did not waste any time today. Second, yes, little bit of my time got wasted. Third, yes, today a lot of my time got wasted. So let me be honest with myself and choose the right answer. And now, let's do the second question. The second question is, today did I do my practice to go deep within myself and experience peace? So 5 times, more than 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time. Or no, I did not do my practice. And third question, today Baba said, this is from yesterday's sharing of Didi. Baba said it is the time of creating sanskars of blessings, royalty, all attainments or effort. So one of this, we select whichever is the right answer and please submit the button and submit your chart. We're waiting for you all to submit the chart. So sorry, I didn't share the result. Here you go. You can see the percentage. So these are the percentage for our questions. And now, are you all ready for our next practice for tomorrow? So tomorrow, which words you will be taking? Let's see. I would like to invite Avyakti Balak. Please come and let us know our practice for tomorrow. Welcome, Avyakti Balak.
Om Shanti, everyone! Look at these beautiful swans. They are so clean, pure, and white. ones. Do you want to guess an next virtue is? Yes! Our next virtue is cleanliness. Let's practice. Every time you see something white, practice. I have to maintain cleanliness in my thoughts, words, and actions.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Avikti Balak. This is very nice practice. So tomorrow, whenever we see white color, there is many white colors, right? And we have our dress is white too. So of course, we have to not just be clean outside, that is very important itself, but also together with that, we have to be very, very clean inside. Our thoughts, words, action, everything has to be clean, right? So, tomorrow's practice, tomorrow's virtue is cleanliness. So, thank you very much, everyone. And now let's see what Didi has to say. She's going to read our next.
The definition of purity is very deep. When there is purity, there is faith, honesty, and cleanliness. Where there is purity, there is faith, honesty, and cleanliness. All these things are included in purity. So we need to reflect, and anyway, we also got homework of cleanliness. So purity into cleanliness, pavitrata but safai. Cleanliness is safai. Dari Jan ki always say sachai safai, and it really has a quite deep meaning of what it means to have clean heart, because that also has great power. So, well, today there were some of disturbance because of internet, but I must say, is the determination and effort of these angels around that they made it happen. So we have to give special sakash to them every time they could make it. And let's remember Baba and say good night to Baba.
peaceful soul. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. बड़ा है सुख कर ये मंत्र मनोहर. Om Shanti Om. This great mantra brings such happiness that surrounds the soul. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. Oh, sing out the sound of Shanti throughout the earth and sky. Throughout the earth and sky. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti, everyone, and good night. Om Shanti and good night.
Thank you, Baba.
No.